Hello, good morning. Oh my gosh, I'm saying good morning because it is morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wherever in the world you're joining from, just know that it is precisely 4:58 a.m. in Japan. Wagwan, Jamaica, Wagwan, all over the world. Big up on yourself. Thank you so much for joining me live today. Ohayo gozaimasu. Happy Independence. Woot woot. Happy Independence, Jamaica. It's August 6th. Well, it's August 7th in Japan. But yeah, happy Independence. Oh my gosh. So, this morning, today, we're being joined by just an amazing. I'm just gonna jump straight into the live because I want to have enough time for question and answer. And this live is gonna be so exciting. So I don't even want to take up any time talking about anything that we're not plan to talk about today. As you can see in the title, Journey from Jamaica to Canada. And this journey is recorded in her book, and she's going to tell us about the book and yeah, nice things. So let me tell you a little bit about the author. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let us know in the chat where you're joining from and what time it is. I am just so fascinated about the time whenever I go live because, hey, can you imagine 5 a.m., 5 a.m. The last time I did a live at 10 p.m., the co-host called me. They were like, Kitty, you awake? I said, yes, I'm awake. All right, ready now? So thank you so much for joining today. And with me backstage, I have Devine. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored to have her as my guest today. She didn't even hesitate when I asked. And let me tell you why I'm honored, right? So she is a Jamaican born educator, counselor, and author, Devine C.R. Harris. Shall I tell her what the CR mean? Frank Evans, big up yourself. Thank you so much for coming in. She currently resides in Ontario, Canada, and has 15 years experience in education and instructional and administrative roles in the Caribbean, North America, and Europe. Over 15 years experience. And she just look like 20. But yeah, she's going to explain that to us. She self-published her book in 2019, When God Speaks Through Nose. It's a testimonial of her faith and trust in God that holds the whole world in his hands. Amazing. And this God who is also concerned about every area of her life. She's going to tell us more about that book. She's been a Christian for over 30 years. Amazing. And doesn't stop there. She has a devotional self-published this year and 2 more ebooks to be published sometime this month. All of this she's going to tell us more, and she's here to answer your questions. So stick around, stick around. Oh, thank you so much. My earrings. Yeah, man, big up. I had me get them from I have to wear them representing Independence, Jamaica. So, anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to bring Devine up on the screen now so we can start the chatting, right? All right. Hold on there. Hey, Devine.
Hey, what's going on, girl?
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence, girl. Happy Independence, Jamaica.
Wagwan, how's the weather now in Canada?
You know what? It's a mixture of springtime and summer. Sometimes it's like you're feeling a little bit of heat, but then the breeze is there. It cools it down right away. Sometimes you have to be wearing jackets. Like you're still, it's a fall. It's a mixture of the 4 seasons. That's just a typical condition in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. I figure. But most persons are like, "Oh, Canada is so cold." So
yeah.
Boy,
Well,
I would mind
where I am in Toronto, it's not so bad. Like there are other provinces, that it gets really bad over there. But I'm privileged to be here where it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's good. Like honestly, I opened the door a little bit because the fan is too loud, and y'all know the story about my AC.
Yeah, I love the 18 girl. What?
Thank you. I'm here till I say I'm not feeling any breeze. Me not feel,
I'm gonna send some of my, because some of my own come give you.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, thanks,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
All right. So you are now living in Canada. You're a Jamaican, and you have been an educator for over what?
Over 15 years, me dear. How long now me know you? Eh? Me know
We
you
know
from
each other a long time, David, but
2003.
yeah, yeah, much. You don't look like you just turned 20 something one year. Yeah, you mean about over 15
Don't crack,
years?
girl. What you talking about?
You know, right? So,
Look at
anyways,
you.
what are you
Look
doing
at
now?
you. Who's gonna believe your age? And I'm pretty sure you're older than me. Who's gonna believe that?
Almost 40, Mrs.
Okay. Nobody gonna believe that. Okay. All right. So
All right. So in your bio, you said that you're also going into Christian counseling. What are you doing now in Canada? Are you still into education, or are you an author full time? Wanna, do your
well,
Christian
you know what?
counseling?
I am in transition now. Seeing that I returned to Canada just at the beginning of this year, and in order, I really want to go into my Christian counseling practice. And in order for me to do that, I have to get licensed here. So I write in the midst of getting my license. So that's what I'm waiting on. But in the meantime, I'm a host for a conversation that I do on Instagram every month, and I'm just out here doing the work of the Lord in whatever way He sees fit for me to do. He has me out here writing, like, I don't know who told him that I wanted to be a writer, but yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I just always admire your faith, your level of faith. And people will say, and people will agree with me, persons who know you know that you are a brilliant young lady, always
Mhm.
getting done. Alicia Big Be Smart. Hey guys. Hey Alicia. Big up yourself. Thank you for coming over. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So sounds good, girl. Sounds good. You're always about the work of the Lord, and that is what I love about you. What inspired you? This is $1 million questions. Every interview you go, people are go ask. So you're supposed to have this like a tape record. What inspired you to write a book in the first place?
To be totally honest, it's not the what who inspired me, but the who.
All
Because
right.
I was so settled with being a teacher, being
Mm-hmm.
an educator. That title was good enough. I was impacting lives. I was doing my thing. No big deal. Until when I received my first rejection, when I applied for my student visa,
Mm-hmm.
and God just basically said, "I'm going to need you to write about this journey." And I'm like, no, I'm okay with being a teacher. I don't need to be an author. Like, why would you do that? But I think for me, him telling me that basically sets the tone that, oh, your journey has started, and I'm showing you where I'm going to take you. There's a story behind this, so
Wow.
settle yourself, right?
Amazing. Nice, nice, nice. But so, okay, God inspired you and He said, all right, your journey from Jamaica to Canada is too much for you to keep alone because, as Christians,
Listen,
we know that whatever we go through, it's not for us, it's
not
for
for
us
us
to
alone.
edify the body of Christ and to lift other people up. So I'm saying, but I don't even want you to just go church and say, praise the Lord, everybody. God has been so good. More you spread it to the world, more you document it. So even your grandkids can come and read it when you're gone,
Right?
you know? So he inspired you to write that book. And you went on to write. You're going about what, 4 books now?
Yeah.
So what go on with them? They talk to me now. Talk to
So
us.
basically, the first book, When God Speaks Through No's, which y'all can find on Amazon, eh? It's in paperback and ebook format. Basically, it shows a transition of me leaving Jamaica to Canada, and in the space of 2 years, becoming a permanent resident. So, getting my um, student visa in August 2016. And then by August 2017, I had my postgraduate work permit. And the following year, by August 2018, I was confirmed to be a permanent resident of Canada. And so basically, I couldn't look ahead in 2016. I know like what my journey would be. So when he told me
Right.
that in 2016, he did already. to the end, right? And he inspired
Yes.
me to write the book. And at the end of 2018, because I'm like, God, I'm going to school. I can't be writing a book now while I'm trying to focus on my studies and stuff like that.
Right.
So you will tell me when to write it, and you're going to tell me what to name the book, and you're going to tell me what format to write the book in. And when I got my actual permanent residency was when he says, okay, it's time now, write the book. And so he enabled me to remember things from 2014, because my story began in 2014, right?
Um,
All the way down to 2018. And I'm like, okay, God, you're up to something. So I was able to write the book, self-publish it in a space of like 4 months. And,
mhm,
being able to have people all over the world really thank God, people in Japan, people in parts of Europe, in Jamaica, in North America, just people all over reading the book and giving great reviews of how that like it was what they needed in the moment when they read it. And
mhm.
after that, no, because the book is riddled with scriptures, because darling, you know, really do not know without God anymore, So every single time I was going through this journey of disappointment, highs and lows and whatever, he would always give me his word. He gave me songs as well, but more than anything else, he gave me his word. And so
Yeah.
because the book is lined with those scriptures, in at the beginning of 2020, I guess right around the pandemic and whatever, I really felt strongly impressed to create a devotional, like to
Mm,
bring back the word now that was in the book, to bring it to people to say, listen, y'all don't believe that God speaks to you? Here are some scriptures that will remind you and guide you when you're doing your own prayer time that God does speak. Like, listen, He's right there. So being inspired to do this now, I'm like,
yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna have my name on two books. What's going on here? That time now, still in the UK doing my masters, and what I was focusing on for my masters was the whole idea of father wounds and in the church context, because I'm
Mhm.
the daughter of a minister, and his high involvement in church caused him to neglect his father-daughter bonding relationship with me. And so I was able to create my research on that. But I remember there's something when I was preparing for the interview, it actually dawned on me that there's something about the month of August that I didn't realize that God was trying to pinpoint in my life. And he
Mm,
also speaks to me in patterns. So whenever I see certain things like lining up, I'm like, okay, God, I know you're speaking. Cool. So I remember
mhm.
August 2019, I left Canada to go to Jamaica, and to leave from Jamaica to go to the UK. And I had a follow up with my dad. And right in that moment is that God said to me, say, you're going to need to write about this. So once again, I'm like, God, I am going to school. So we're not going to do this. However, if you really want me to write this, allow them to give me that permission to do it as a research. So when I was talking with my research supervisor, and he was like, yes, of course, that's something that you can write about. I'm like, okay, cool. So I wrote my 10,000 word dissertation about the whole idea of father wounds in the church context. And then after I was done, it's like God was impressing on me now to write the book, the story. So I spoke to my dad about it, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna talk about this thing. I'm on my healing journey, and this is what I've learned on this journey. So I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm not necessarily seeking your permission, but it's our story. So I'm letting you know that I'm putting it out there. And he was okay with it. My father's he's a chill person at the end of the day, so he was okay with it. And to say to you that when I thought of writing the story, I got the title of it and everything, did the research, submitted my research about the same time last year in August. Got my results in September, distinction and everything. And knew that I wanted to commemorate my father's birthday when I'm releasing the book. Do you want to know what today is? It's my dad's birthday.
Wow! Oh
Yes.
my gosh!
So it's my dad's
So
birthday, and I
August
want to
is
announce
actually very
first here
significant.
on your channel that my ebook, He Built the House but Not the Home, is available. It's not at a cost, because it's just my story. I want to put it out there, especially to
Yeah.
women like myself who've felt neglected by their dad, so let them know that, yo, you know what? It's not you alone. And I take you through the journey and just give you
Mm-hmm.
some words of encouragement and hope for that. And also to just let fathers
Wow.
know that, listen, you have a great responsibility. Like, y'all can't be missing from your daughter's life because you're her first man. So I got
Yes.
inspiration to write that, and through that, no, so that's book number, that would be now book number 3, which I'm saying
Don't
happy
move on
birthday
from
to
that
my
yet.
daddy.
Don't
And
move on from that yet. Let us pause and big up your daddy, because I'm glad that you made amends and you guys were able to, because a lot of persons get to that stage and then it goes on for years
yes,
until probably one of you pass on and then you didn't get to make amends. So we have to congratulate and big up God for that.
yes,
And enough respect to daddy.
yes,
It is a known, like, something that we actually come to understand that in, I don't know if it's everywhere in the world, but in Jamaica we always say pastor picnic always bad. And I think it's because pastors invest so much into the church and
mm,
ministry that the children don't get much attention and family time. It's not balanced. So that is a
true.
very, very interesting and important thing. And when you said the book is going to be available, or it is already available,
So
this
it's basically today is launch day, and because I have so much
is
going on
launching
today, yeah, I don't know exactly how that launch day going to look because after this interview I have another one. But
August, really
I
significant. August,
basically
I will get
launched
married,
it. Eh?
August, I will get married. August is too significant.
Well, you know
She's
what?
not married yet,
Here's another secret, Katie. I was actually conceived in the month of August.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in May, so count 9 months back.
Oh, hold on. So, wait there. I'm just so excited, and it's kind of like I'm mixing up the interview now. So, going back a little bit to when God speaks through nose, nose is no, as in the
The
opposite
opposite
of
of yes,
yes, as
as
well as
well
number.
as numbers. Yeah, man.
And as far as I know, because I love numbers too, but I don't delve too deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, I haven't read your book yet. It's terrible because I tried to order it and it was mad expensive. So I was trying to find a way around it. I downloaded Kindle, so I'm gonna get the Kindle version until I'm able to get my autographed copy, because my love for
I can't bother with it now.
want it autograph.
Yes,
So yes, and what I know about the August is the number 8, and 8 is the number
yes,
of new beginning.
yes. New beginnings. Yes,
New beginning,
yes.
girl.
So I
Oh
received the
my God.
prophecy. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I'm gonna get married in August. That's what Katie says. All right, Lord.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
August.
No. Anyways, we speak it and believe it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. So today's daddy's birthday. Big up yourself,
Give it
father,
to your daddy.
dad. Enough respect.
So
Happy birthday.
I think my launch day was basically calling him, saying happy birthday to him and reminding him about the book. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna launch it today. So I guess that was my launch. I launched it with him.
Nice. How can we get that book? I want to read it.
So free. So all you need to do is email me and I send you the ebook. That's it.
Please give us your email address. Let us
I
put
am D
I I
yeah,
am
iamdcrh @gmail.com.
ECRH.
And I know
And
you wanted to know what all of that means. So I
yes,
am
tell us.
Devine Christine Renee Harris. That's my full name.
Oh,
Yes. And I love acronyms too. So I'm a girl of numbers, patterns, acronyms. Yeah, that's me.
nice. Yeah. Okay, amazing. Wow. All right, enough nice things we're talking about. Big up yourself, enough respect for all those who are just joining. Davhar, hey everyone. Hey Davar.
Oh, that's
Welcome,
me.
welcome, welcome.
That's me. I'm engaging with your audience too.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
No
All
worries.
right. So you have written books and is writing and launching and stuff. Tell us a little bit about your journey, the book writing journey. Was it, God tell us to do it, so it must, a walk in
Listen.
the park,
Oh
easy and
no,
just breezy.
no, not at all. Because what I will tell you, I know about God is, and I have it somewhere written in my book. I got a
Mhm.
bookmark from years ago. I still can't remember where I got the bookmark from, but it says that when God is about to do something beautiful, He begins with a difficulty. And if I know nothing else, I know that to be so true.
Wow.
Like, yeah, but I will probably go all the way back to about seventh grade, high school, and realizing that English was a pretty nice subject area for me because I loved writing for some strange reason. To the point where
Mhm.
my English teacher looked me in the eyes and said, Davine, you are too wordy. Basically, you write too much. Like you don't know how to condense things. So give me something to
Yeah.
summarize. I don't have a problem. But give me a little topic and tell me to make it bigger. I
Yeah.
will be like any day.
Expound. You didn't know how
I
to
can turn one word into 1,000 words. But give me 1,000 words and tell me to turn it into one. I'll go and have a problem. So
Mm,
realizing that, the typical teenage girl have our diary or our journal and she write down things, even though we will not disclose the contents of those diaries because they're
right.
very questionable. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Pitty bad for true. My diaries will say that's not a lie. So recognizing that I do love to write, I love to communicate, I love to express myself. And so when God actually did say to me, I need you to write, I never found that he was asking me to do something that I wasn't already equipped to do. And that's another
Mm-hmm.
thing about God, because he knows us and he knows our capacity. So he's not gonna ask you to do something that he's not already, empower you to do. You
Right.
already have what it takes to do it. So he just works alongside the qualities and the tools and the resources that he's already deposited in you and him say, okay, bring them out now. So
Mm-hmm.
learning that I'm going to be writing, and I said to God, I wanted to put him to the test. And it's okay, Christians, faith believers, it's okay to put God to the test. I was like, okay, God, since you want me to write this, I'm not doing a David thing. It's not, I want to big up myself. I'm okay with the title of being an educator.
Right.
So you're going to let me know when to write, as I said before, what to write, how to write it, and to be able in the space of 4 months recall like 4 years of experiences.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
I would
really
say it was easy because it was God inspired. So every single time something was to be written, he would just bring back the thing to my memory, just like that.
mhm.
And so I would be typing away. I remember one night going to bed and it's like him tapping on the shoulder and told me to write something. And I had to just grab my phone same time, go in Google Docs and put it right where he told me to put it because I was like, I'm not gonna get up and go on the computer right now. So
Mhm.
that part of it wasn't so bad. What I did though, you do your own what you call typesetting, as it were, but then you have to engage other people in it, and so you're looking at time because I'm a as I said
Right.
before, I'm a pattern girl. So my birthday is May. I wanted my book to be ready for May, so I started in November, and I wanted it to be ready for May. So I had to get my friend, my very good friend. I'm from Jamaica. I used to work with her. She's the one actually who took over my job when I left Jamaica, which I've never
Mhm.
seen happen before from working at that place for
Wow.
about 8 years. Like if y'all read this book, it's going to sound like a fairy tale. But every single thing in there, I God line it up. I'm telling you something. You see when you have God by your side?
Oh
Listen,
gosh. True
listen.
man.
So she is a graphic designer. And she was the one, like she took my concept. If you notice, like this bottom part here, let me put it in the camera the right way. This
It's
bottom
like an
part here, there are
ocean.
numbers in the background.
Ah,
And
yes,
then
yes,
this part
yes.
here where the O is at the back of through, there is a,
Mm-hmm.
like when you're setting somebody no, the stop sign kind of no. Yes,
Yes.
he was able to take, and then this part I think is closed to represent God. And she took the concept and she did it for me. And just so y'all know, she's my friend. However, it's her work, so I paid her for it. Y'all stop asking people to do things for free, cause it's not to
Pack
the
up
way
the
they
things
run.
them.
You
Promote
understand
and
me?
support small business, whether friend or
Support
family.
support it,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Spend your money
Spend your
because you
money
want
and
from
don't
God.
ask for discounts
Don't
either.
ask, and don't do that because you're not gonna ask Nike for a discount
You're
unless
all
they're
right.
offering
Pack
it
up
to
the
you.
things them.
Come
You
on,
know
do
the
it
same way,
better.
friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's what happened. She was the first person I got to actually do something relating to the book. sold my idea to her, and she worked with me back and forth. And then I had authors that I know personally, and I was like, okay, so I feel inspired to do this strongly. You've walked the road before. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. So anybody out there who want to write, people who write books already, go sit at their feet and ask questions. If then
Yes,
me, oops, find somebody else. But from what I know, the person that I went to, they were able to say stuff to me. I even got somebody who
yes.
sent me templates of how to actually typeset the book myself. And I'm like,
Wow.
it's my first time. And she said, even though I'm giving this to you, David, I would rather you go seek professional help because it's your first book. And so she
Yes.
directed me to the freelancing website, Fiverr, however you guys pronounce it.
Right,
And so
right.
I was able to get I got somebody to edit it, even though I'm particularly good in the English language.
No, you
It was my first attempt. I'm like,
there.
I'm gonna take advice from the professional how to
Mm-hmm.
edit a book.
Yes.
I'm Jamaican, so my Jamaicanness needed to come out in my book, and for her,
Right.
I had to actually say to her, yeah, don't change certain things because, and she
Yes.
understood. So we had that, even though it was virtual, we had that relationship where I could say to the editor XYZ, and she
Mm-hmm.
did it. My only pullback though is when the person who was now formatting the book, good God from glory. Listen, I fretted every single time because I self-published the book on Amazon. So when you
Right.
put the book on Amazon, it will send you a note to let you know if the book meet the standard. Every
Yes.
single time I come in from work and go up on the computer and see the email, say Amazon say the book won't
No,
fit. I
me.
was like, and I have to reach out back to the person who was formatting and like, okay, this is what Amazon said, can you do it? And I at that time now felt like, am I going to meet my deadline? Like, look here, sir, me I work with one deadline.
I know the feeling. You just want to see that email. Congratulations.
Your book is ready.
Yes.
So
Yes.
on wherever them call it, the bookshelf or whatever, it's ready. And I'm like, okay. But
I like how you
thankfully,
mentioned though. Sorry, I like how you mentioned the part about getting professional because the other day I did a video about writing a book for persons who would love to write. There are persons who are not so good at it, English, and but they can still put their stories out there.
mhm,
You made mention of Fiverr or Fever. It's a paid website where you can
mhm,
get the help of professionals
mhm,
online, and you can get really good service and prices
yeah,
depend on what you pay
yeah,
for. However, it's always so good, especially with your first project, to get professional assistance. No matter
yeah,
how good you think you are, sometimes you miss something. And I'm
true.
gonna just throw in quickly that I promised in that video, I promised to have an ebook. The ebook is ready. I've completed writing the ebook from a long time. It's like a step-by-step guide workbook on how to write your book, but I was trying to upload it onto Etsy or Amazon or one of those, and it's a headache, man. That is why it's
Yes.
not ready yet, guys. Let me tell you, no, that's why it's not ready yet. It's finished, but it's a headache. For my first book, I actually got help to upload that one. I think for the second one too. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is just
You have
probably
no
try to
lady?
Hmm?
How much book you have now?
I did a puzzle book, after the novel One Big Irie Family. There's a
Mhm.
word search.
Okay,
Yes, I just
good.
finished that ebook about how to write the book, and
Also,
I
this will
think
be your third project now.
right.
Big up yourself, girl. Big up yourself.
It's just about giving and helping and promoting
Yeah.
your culture and all of that. So what I'm probably gonna do is like what you do is get people's email and just send it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying that easier. So people like to click link and just. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm just announcing that quick. Lataya Okoski, big up yourself. That's my big sister. Wagwan Lataya. No, we don't call her Lataya, we call her Taya. Wagwan Taya. All right, sorry for cutting you, Devin.
Okay.
So of course you went through those different services and you got professional assistance for the cover, for
Mm-hmm.
the editing and the
For
formatting
the
as well, right?
formatting the book, yeah.
And you met your deadline.
I did.
You make
Listen,
it
when
great.
God is in it, listen, it will work out. You don't have to fret because He knows that passion of mine of wanting to celebrate my birth. It's one of those things for me. And then it happened. I think overall for me, one of the big, I guess, disappointments of my book overall was I published it just a couple months before leaving Canada to um I guess to transition now to the UK. So I didn't get to do like a big book launch or anything like that. I think it would have really made it better if I got the chance to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
to
But
God be the
you can
glory, the
still
book
do
I
your
sell.
launch. You
Huh?
can still do your launch. It
I'm
doesn't
planning on
matter.
doing that because now that I have the devotional, I'm planning to launch them together. So yeah,
Right.
never too late. Like my dad said to me on the phone today, it's never too late for a shower of rain.
Offering.
So yes,
Exactly.
that is the book transcends time. So we can launch it
Yes.
anytime I want. So that's the
Anytime you
plan.
want.
Yeah, so
Anytime.
that would
So
have
you
been
made
it.
mention of the UK. Why the UK? What did you do in the UK? Why did you?
So I'm still trying to figure out how I ended up there in the sense that I remember being a child, talking with this lady from my church, learning from her that you have to sit on a plane for 14 hours to go to the UK, and I was like, I have never do that. Well, somewhere along the line, I guess with my passion for loving to travel,
Mm-hmm.
something changed, something shifted, and I'm a person that loves diversity. So I love traveling. I love to experience diverse cultures. And so for me, I don't like the idea. I have many qualifications, and I don't like the idea of getting a second qualification from the very same place. So for me, where next could I go? And I just decided to go to the UK. Thankfully, I had a friend who went to the same university there and was able to, bring me up to speed with everything. And I ended up going to the UK to do my master's in sociology. And that was a journey in and of itself. And it was really what birthed the idea for the book as well as the project now that I am doing now with I guess my fourth piece of work or my fourth book. Let's call it that because it's a book. So I'm basically I am in the process, alongside my Christian counseling, trying to coach fathers who need that extra help and assistance in how to, be the best version of themselves for their daughters so that their daughters don't suffer father wounds. So I have a ebook for everybody who joins the coaching program, and it's called For Dads, and it actually is dads is an acronym of daddies and daughters. So
Nice. I like it.
yeah, so it's for every daddy who wants to become their daughter's first love. Some of you probably missed out, and want to regain that.
So you're sorry, you're
Relationship.
coaching on the basis of a father-daughter
Yeah,
relationship. So you're
yeah.
coming because persons would say, but you're not a father. How you go coach fathers?
Well, the truth is, I can imagine the backlash that or the question that would come with that. But for me, it's a matter of lived experiences. You can't go around that. My father always says you can never a man with that argument is no match to a man with experience. So
True.
I've lived it and I know what I would have wanted my father to do differently at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So
That's
I'm aiming
amazing. Tell us
now.
more about the coaching. So is it already launched? Is it already
No, so
going
that
on?
that that, that was the purpose of today, August 6th, to launch every single thing.
Everything
But
I
your,
launched today.
your
Everything.
girl, yeah, today and daddy day. Today was supposed to be daddy day where everything were related to the project of daddy was supposed to be launched, but your girl, think she's young and she went out last night and came in this morning
How we
and,
are say?
and woke up this afternoon. So
How we are going with a Canada Day? We
now
are say?
one of my friends had his birthday yesterday, and I was like, you know
Oh, we know
what?
you're a good girl,
Uh,
man.
yes, I need to celebrate. I need to show for my friend. He launched his line yesterday, so he is a custom suit designer. So he's been doing that for a couple of years now with men, but he launched the females line yesterday. And
Oh,
so on his
nice.
birthday, yo, we had to show up for him, and
Wow.
that's what we did.
So that's why I say, wow, that is wonderful because the father role is so important. Well done, well done, well done,
Oh, yeah,
indeed,
yes, it's so important. Like
indeed,
researchers
indeed.
are out there that will tell you so many things that go wrong when a father is missing in the
Yes.
life of the
Oh
daughter.
my God.
And what happens too is, I put this in there, Katie. Most of the researches over the years were focused on the father son dichotomy and not on the father daughter. And then when you
Ah,
realize what
yes.
happens, and the cycle repeats itself when that girl, that woman starts being attracted to males just like her daddy. And then
Mm-hmm.
you're like, where does it end? And so research started
Yes.
to go in that direction to say, you know what, let's look more into this. What happens when a father is missing from the life of his daughter? Where do we nip it in the bud? What can we, do to help correct this problem? And
Right.
even though it's out there on a wide scale basis, when I was doing my dissertation, my postgrad research, there was no previous research that spoke to it in the church context. And I'm like, that is so sad because
Wow.
so many of our pastors and ministers in the church are fathers. They're
Yes.
men. They have daughters. And if we don't say to them, yo, your church responsibility can't be your first priority. You have to
Yes.
focus on your daughter. You have to look into the fact that if you don't do well for her, she is going to end up promiscuous, with
Yes.
low self-esteem, not
Mm-hmm.
performing well in the academics. And what I
Twerking
want to
on
say here
IG.
is, hmm?
Twerking on IG.
Yeah, she's gonna be doing a lot of stuff because she wants the love of a man, same way. And no matter what other man she gets close to, if the father's love is not there, there's gonna be a problem. You
Yes,
understand?
there's so
So
many issues with that.
yeah,
Like some women actually get married and they think, oh, I did well because I wasn't promiscuous and I did my all my educational stuff. I completed my
mhm,
bachelor's. I'm doing good. I'm a professional.
mhm,
But they have issues in their relationships because they're looking for a father from their husband. So
yeah,
there are
yeah,
so many societal issues, and I'm glad that you're actually bringing that to the fore. So many women are there suffering silently. So many young girls, so and especially in the church, because
in the church, yeah,
in the church you talk about certain things, oh, you blaspheme. So
mhm,
that's being launched today, and I'm so honored. My
yeah.
channel bless up.
And you got it, and you got the
Woo!
breakthrough. One big Irie family get. I'm
One
launching
big
my
Irish
book. It's
family.
actually, I was about to take up the other book. It's not a paperback. It's online and also on Instagram. So it's at iamdcrh, and when you click the link in my bio, now you're able to see all the things that I am doing. So
Oh,
the book is
okay.
there. You
Please,
can click on it
when you're
there.
done, please type your Instagram handle so that we can
Yeah,
people can follow you and follow up your journey. And I'm sure persons who will be rewatching this, because my Japanese people am still asleep. It's 5:30 a.m.
I know,
So they've
right?
not wake up yet to watch it. So when they get that opportunity, they can get the book, get in contact with you, talk to you. So you
Yeah,
have coaching for the dads. Is your
yeah.
dad in on this one? Is he helping
Well,
you with
you know
this?
what? I'm going to have to figure that out because because I'm now at a healed place. I'm more whole. I am like, he don't have no other daughter that he would need to be doing this for. So I don't know. Honestly, that's the thing. So straight enough, there is something that I wrote about in the book, and I experienced it today with my dad. Like I'm on the phone with him, talking to him a long time when I talk. The last time I remember father talk, I think was Father's Day, because that's our relationship, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it now. That's just him, and I'm okay with it. But
Yes.
I saw where God made me laugh today. I'm on the phone with my dad, chatting to him after not talking to him for such a long time, and his other phone rings, and he takes the phone call. And when I hung up on the phone, I was laughing at God, and I'm like, "You think you easy in God?" Because that was something years ago that would make me mad. I cussed my father
Oh.
about that already. I'm like, how dare you
Mm-hmm.
taking on that phone
I'm
call when I'm
talking to
talking to
you.
you and I'm far away? What? Hang up that.
Yes.
But today,
Goes to show that you're healed. You're
listen,
healed, girl.
girl,
You're
I
healed.
started, I'm like, God, you are so intentional. You did that on purpose. Like,
Amazing.
what?
Yes, to test if
To
you're
test
still
me?
bitter and
Yeah.
angry.
Yes. And I'm like, that's
Shane
daddy. It's
and the
okay.
family.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shane, let me just see some things in the comment. Shane and the family TV. Wagwan, wagwan. Big up yourself, Shane. Happy Independence. Staying away from it. No, you know, see me come over there sometime, man. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Shane says good evening. Latalia Okuski,
Mhm.
talk out your good mouth, girl. Hey, you know, for long she live a foreigner.
You
Big
have
up,
to
I
represent
to
the
keep it our
culture.
roots. Yeah, if you weren't so far away, I would shake your hand. Actually, Latoya can talk to you about the old studies thing because, hmm, Latoya,
Hmm.
you want me to talk about your business? My
Yeah,
dad
you have
is
to get
not her
permission first before.
biological father, but she
Mm-hmm.
calls him daddy, and many persons don't know this
Mm-hmm.
because they don't see the distinction. Like
Mm-hmm.
daddy say a female queen, you call us his queens. She's not
Yes,
separated in any way. And it's a long story because my mother was a madman. So you give her two church, she say, yo, one boy business. So,
that's
you
right.
know, my father took care of her while she was young, was
Yeah.
baby. And she just said, yo, he's my father. And she have other father figures around her. Actually, talk girl, I'm not care. Okay, so her name is Lataya Aisha Tamara Gordon Dixon. How much name you have now and you're married now, so you just drop off them there and keep your married name. Or the married name is Okoski. So she has like so many names on her birth certificate. Cause my mother, as I said, mother was a mother man. Big up yourself, mommy, where you listen from. You know,
Because you serve
yeah.
me,
May
you
her
don't tell me
soul
who
rest
his
in
name.
peace. Yeah, she passed on, but she's always alive in our hearts. So
All is alive.
yeah. So she was like, you know, if you give her too much chat, so Taya end up with no like probably should have Taya up talk about thing there.
Six
Six
names.
names, she have all
Wow.
of them. Yeah. I'm gonna let Taya talk a little bit later, just to share. Taya can come on to in the background. I'm gonna send the link. You don't have to show your face, or probably we should reschedule. Yeah, we probably should reschedule
You
for
can
you to
get program
talk.
on it, man. Yeah.
Yes,
You
because
don't
you
think
know
on
this
it.
is
Because it's
important.
real.
It's important. It's an
Yeah.
important issue. Let me see. Sometimes that also causes the female to be too strong. Lack of father role can go wrong in so
Mm-hmm.
many ways.
Yeah,
That
because
is so
you
true.
have to be that strong person, like because you never got that strength. It's almost like you feel like you have to be that strong person. I know of a young lady who she had her traumatic experience because of that. Her dad left, and she wanted now to be the man in her house to make sure that her mother was taken care of. So it's a whole heap of things that happen when when the dads are missing, and
So
I
true.
definitely I know it's a, I guess, more looked on thing secularly, but I just knew that I needed to talk about it in the church, and I'm like, I'm putting my story out there. I know we're not yet of the Jamaican culture where we talk things. We're not vulnerable, we're not transparent. Like, why are you talking? I remember the first time. Give you a story. When I was doing my setting up to do my research in the UK, and I called my mom and I'm like, oh, so it's time for research. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. And she's like, but why do you need to write about that? I'm like, I need to write about it because it's a part of my healing journey. Like I need to tell my story. That's a part of me healing, letting go, coming to terms that this is what happened to me. And now I'm on the other side of it. And I also want to help others because sometimes we don't look at the fact that this is what's going on. We're in the church and we just, go about doing our usual things in the church, but we don't look at the fact that you are a holistic person, your mind, body, soul, and spirit, and every part of you
Yes.
needs to be catered to. So I'm writing that because it needs, first of all, it's gonna help me.
Yes.
Writing is therapeutic, okay? So all
Yes.
of you who don't know how to express yourselves, I dare you, go get yourself a book. It's not for being a fancy book, but if you like to fancy up things, go get yourself a fancy book and start writing and see what that does for you. Writing is so
So
therapeutic.
true.
It helps you to express yourself. Just you on the pages. Like who won't know when you think there? So that for me was very important. I had to chat that to my mother head. Like the story needs to be told. And then I
Right.
started to battle with God about it because I'm like, not that my mother doesn't support what I do, but I could understand that there would be many other persons like her who would be like, but why do you need to? So in a part of the ebook I wrote, why am I writing? That's the title. Why am I writing this? Because I know that people want to know, why would I be writing this? Well, I need an awareness to be made that in the church we have a problem and we can
Yes.
fix it if we focus on the fact that the Bible itself teaches the importance of family over
Right.
church,
Mm-hmm.
because your family should be your first church.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yes.
gotta preach and preach it right.
Balance,
Okay.
girl, balance. We gotta
Balance,
preach it. We gotta
balance.
preach it.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. I learned early in my in my Christian, I learned late in my Christian walk. Actually, when I just became a Christian, I didn't have anything called balance with family. I saw the leaders doing it, and I thought this is the way.
There was
This
a
is
way to go.
holy and acceptable before the Lord. And to this day, I ask for um apologies of my little sister. I think she's still a little bit hurt, but she's
Mm-hmm.
getting over it as time progresses. I missed her high school graduation because that.
Girl, why you
Guess
out here talking my story?
guess why?
The reason why I became a victim of father wound was because my dad missed my college graduation because it was on a Sunday. You remember me and you graduate at the same time. You remember valedictory service in the morning, like on the
Yes,
Sunday.
yes.
My daddy tell me say him can't come because him have church.
My
That was
God.
a stab in the heart, and that's how I
Wow.
know I was a victim of father wound.
I'm loving it. We need to talk about it. And we
Yeah,
need to put aside this thing about, oh, embarrassing. What's the
not
embarrassing? It's
embarrassing
more
anybody.
embarrassing for persons to be out there hurting, need help, and then would have real life to talk to somebody who have been through it because
Yeah,
you've been there, done that. Let me go to the chat a little bit. The strength can also be misjudged for rebelliousness because no one sees the deeper
yeah,
issue. That's Toya.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
the church
why.
has a problem and it is sad because it should be a place of healing, not a place of problems. That's so true. Thank you so much for that, Toya.
Yeah,
Don't talk about the graduation to this day. I cuss about it. Oh God, man. Me tell her, say no matter she's doing her nursing degree now, and no matter where I am in the world or whatever, even if it's online, because a whole heap of things is happening online now, I have to be there because
yeah,
I still feel bad about it. And
yeah.
it's not like I had anything important to do. I just couldn't go because maybe you were gonna have a meeting at church.
Church, church.
Anyways, I am really, really loving the conversation. So, yes, you have written those books and you're on the path to the Christian counseling, which includes having that doddy. You ever do doddy? You know, when you talk properly,
Body. Yeah,
the
daughters.
daddy daughter
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
um, being restored and coaching fathers who are having issues with balancing. And then you're also able to coach Christian fathers or ministers who are,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know. Sometimes they don't see themselves,
They,
they're doing the work
they
of the
don't
Lord.
realize. That's it.
Doing the work of the
That's it.
Lord, man.
And the more I talk to my dad, I realize that I'm so happy that I'm able, as I said, to be in a place of healing. But I think my primary focus outside of wanting to coach fathers is to counsel daughters who are wounded. Like that is my
Yes.
passion because I was a victim. I was wounded and thankfully I've been healed and I'm like, I will help. I will hold that space for you and help
Mhm.
you through that because it's not something that you want to carry around.
Yes,
It will affect you.
that's
So
true.
I will help you through that process.
Amazing. I love it, Davine. I love what you're doing.
Thank
Jamfit
you.
France, greetings, 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 Jamfit. Welcome to the live stream. You missed a whole lot, but you, of course, you can go back and replay. All right. So you're gonna continue writing books, and I had on my thing to ask if you had any more projects coming out. So yes, you've made mention of those, and that's where you're heading now.
Yes.
Where you're heading now. All
Yes.
right. So for persons who want to write books and they have that passion, or they have, because I mentioned in the video too that it's something that's on your heart. It doesn't need to be like um a regular novel, quote unquote,
Mhm. You don't need
but
to go search for what to write about.
right, it's
Yeah.
something that is in you that you want to share with the world. It's a story, a testimony, and for you, like, you have help books and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, did you put your G
All right, so
your
let me put it here. Instagram.
Instagram? Yes, Instagram. I'm going to spend the rest of the time. If there are any questions for Davine, you can go ahead now and ask your questions. This is your opportunity. This is your time. It's minutes to 6, 11 minutes to 6 in Japan. Ohio
Are you gonna go
gozaimasu.
back to get bed, girl?
Of course. Oh, by the way, there is okay. There is a celebration, independent celebration later at 8
Mhm.
o'clock, and I will be performing.
Yeah, I
Not
saw that. Congrats, girl.
not
You're
any of
representing your
my
culture.
thank you. Not any of my crazy dancing and singing that you see me do on this channel. There's a part of me that a lot of persons don't know, and I haven't done it for a long while. So I'm pretty excited about that, also to be coming together as Jamaicans and people across the world in this
Yeah.
setting. So later will be greater. So I have to go back to sleep to get my beauty
Me too.
rest.
And
And
girl, you are looking fine. Like
oh,
you
thank
look
you. Oh my
fabulous.
gosh.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
You are.
You make me a blushy man.
I remember the first time watching your Japan vlogs, and I'm like, then I what kid they do so she can put on weight and me can put on none for now. When I know you, you were just as tiny as I was. So you're gonna have to give me the secret, ma'am. I'll make her come to Japan for it.
And I don't know. I don't think there is a secret. Actually, I don't. And
It
I
wasn't your time to shine.
to shine. You call wait. You see, when the Jamaicans, me
No,
tell us,
I like it. I like it.
oh,
You
you're
look
there
good.
foreign. You're there foreign. So, oh, you know,
You
put
never
on
think for me.
weight.
You never think for me. I within the first 6 months of being here, I had put on about 12 pounds. I went to Jamaica to bury my grandmother. I came back here and
It
I
gone.
it left and it didn't come back.
I have no secret. It's just that I'm getting older. My metabolic rate has decreased, so it's easier for me to store fat. This is the best I can explain. I'm
My
trying
fat's
to.
in my belly, and that's about it.
Oh
It goes
yes,
nowhere
it
else.
comes with the territory, the
Yeah.
belly. So I'm trying to work on everything and making sure that I don't get fatter because I still want to be petite.
Okay.
So I put on weight, but I'm not fat. Oh gosh. Congrats, Latoya. Taya said, congrats. I live when people become trail. I love when people become trailblazers and carry the Jamaican flag high. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Enough
Always
respect. We can't
representing.
forget our roots, no matter where we are or what we've become in life. Long time Katie could have put our food away. Go ahead, Taya, go on about your business.
So yeah, thank you business, eh?
Sometimes it's a long time food them actually burst out in a year, when they get older. I
Mm.
don't know.
They're having a long time food. But whatever it is though, at the end of the day, I'm learning to be comfortable in who I am. When I went out last night with my friend, he brought a friend that it's the first time I'm meeting him in person, and when we were talking ages around the table, he's like, I'm still shocked at your age because I don't believe that you are what you say you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boy, you're educator for over 15 years. Like, you don't.
Yeah. That's
But
something.
you look fine, girl. I've seen your pictures and stuff. You have a nice figure and everything. Be comfortable. Let's be comfortable in our
Yeah.
skin, you know? I know the feeling
Absolutely.
though, because I've been there when I'm like, want put a little weight, man, want full out little more. Twin Jervises. Hey everyone. Hello, 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 Twin Jervises. How are you doing this fine day? Thank you so much for joining us. How is it in your neck of the wood? What time is it? Where are you joining in from? We are about to close off in the next few minutes. So if you have any questions for Devine, please let us know right now so she can answer while she is live. But of course, if you miss this live and you're gonna replay, her Instagram and though is
And
iamdcrh and email at iamdcrh@gmail.com. I'll also leave those information in the description of this live stream. I love Jamaicans, Jamaicans abroad. It is just so amazing that we are on this platform on this day. So as you've already mentioned, days and numbers and everything is significant for you because we're celebrating independence and look at these amazing women doing things out here. Oh, Mervyn Brown. Oh my God, my long time brother. Mervyn, Wagwan, Mervyn, big up yourself. I'm so happy to see you. I was just happened to scrolling through YouTube and here you were live. Haven't been on social media for a long time. Oh my gosh. Haven't been on. Yes, that is true. Mervyn has gotten so busy with family life, got married, had his child and everything, and I lost some of the information through transit. Cause when you have kids now, things change. So all that social media and the Facebook and stuff. Oh my God, Mervyn, you just joined us the right time. We were here talking to Davine, and Mervyn wants to know where in Jamaica you are from, Davine.
yes,
She's
I'm originally from
Jamaican
St.
to
Thomas.
Mervyn.
Yes. Once a Myconian. Oh my
Always a
God.
Myconian. Do it with thy
Might.
might. All
That's right.
right.
That's right.
I'm
That's
doing
right.
good. I'm here from the Bahamas, but I'm a Jamaican and it's 4:54 p.m. now. Okay, that's what Twin Jervises says. Okay, you're from um living in the Bahamas now. All right, big up yourself. Mervyn, I'm glad to see you, my brother. I'm glad to see you, even though we're about ending soon because she has another live stream or interview.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
has
yeah.
another interview
And
too.
I'm the host this time. I'll be interviewing someone. Yes,
Okay, so
actually,
give us
on
some.
my other platform on Instagram, it's called Hey Beloved Hey. I have conversations with Christian women.
Mhm.
That sometimes we don't have in the church. We don't talk certain things because they're taboo and whatever not.
Yes.
And this month, today and tomorrow, I'm actually talking to Christian authors, like women authors. So I'll be chatting with one today and four tomorrow, just about their book writing journey. So when I saw that you wanted me to, I was like, yo, everything just lined up so
Wow.
perfectly.
Line upon
Yeah,
line, precept on precept.
listen here, a
Wow. So
little,
girl, you gotta tell
yeah,
us more about that because maybe
yeah,
persons want to leave here and join.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so it's at Hey Beloved Hey, HeyBeloved. Hey. So hey beloved, hey. And just so you know, my first name David actually means beloved. So yes,
okay.
yes. So
Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
conversations on Instagram every first Saturday of each month. And then like the
Mhm.
Friday before I find someone to just have a little chat with, preparing them for
Yes.
what you'll hear on the Saturday. So I'll be doing that at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's like an hour
Oh,
or so from now. Yes.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, so Dove Har says, Hi Mervyn. I'm originally that's you, Davin. Said she's original from St. Thomas. Yeah, Mervyn is now living in Jackson, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
The
Yeah.
Tennessee. Okay, girl, you embrace your weight, man. Just embrace the weight, man. Tell her to tire because when she ready for put on weight, she gonna start say, Oh, I
No,
need to
keep saying that to
exercise.
me. When that, when that. When me not girl, when me not on the way, so me can't see it. But I'm good though. I'm actually good. I'm good. So yeah.
I know. You're blessed and highly favored.
I
So
am.
Mervin says, I'll have to reconnect with you, Katie. And yes, Mervin. Yes, we've lost touch. And it's 3:56 p.m. there. So for me to catch all the people in a them good time, I have to get up early. It's 6 o'clock,
Yes.
no, 6
Yes.
a.m. Saturday
And
morning.
you don't even look, yeah, you don't even look like, you got good sleep. You look well rested
God
and
is good. I went to
God
bed
is
at
good.
12. And when the alarm went off, I almost turned it off. I said, no, no, no. Yeah, I need to get up.
Yeah, you need to get it.
All right. Thank you so much, Marvin. You came when we're doing the benediction, basically. Thank you so much, Mervin. Awesome work that you're doing, both doing, representing for sure. Thank you so much for that, Mervin. Big up yourself. Mervin is one of my really, really good brothers from Jamaica. Brilliant young man. I think, Mervin, you haven't written your book yet, right? So we need to talk. Well, I'll link me on Messenger or something. Give me back your number because I changed my number. So probably that's why we lost touch and all of that. Anyways, we are going to close this live stream. If you want to hear more from Davine, if you want to see more from her, she's going over now. Okay, not yet. All right. So, there is a book in you. You know
That's
that song
right.
there? There is a king
There's
in
a
you.
kid in you. There is a book in you, Mervyn. We speak it on today.
Amen. So if you want to go over to join Davine, oh, the message didn't show. Let me approve that. On her other on IG. Hey, beloved, hey. She will be
Hmm.
having conversations with Christian, not just women, right?
Yeah, so I do it for Christian women because do we really get a chance to talk in church all the time? No. So
No.
I'm breaking yeah.
Okay, great. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining, Davine.
It
It
was
was
my
so
pleasure, Kitty. It's been years, girl. Like what?
girl.
But
And
it's
I'm
good
glad
to
that
connect with you.
you just accepted
Yes,
and
why not?
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining. Thank you all for joining. If you're watching the replay, big up yourself and enough respect. And I will see you next time. Boom bang, we are out. Bye, Davin. Take care. I
Bye,
might join you
bye,
over on
bye.
IG. Bye bye,
Yes, bye, bye.
everyone. Take care.